I asked foreigners who actually live in Japan about the difficulties they face.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do I?
When I came to Japan, I knew maybe like konnichiwa, arigato, but that's it.
What the difficulties you face living in Japan?
Well, actually, it can be hard to make friends because Japanese people can be quite shy.
How did you make?
To be honest, it's a bit embarrassing, but actually.
Hello everyone! Welcome to Smiley time! It's Miley. In this channel, I share real and up-to-date information about Japan from a girl's perspective. If you want to know more about real Japan, please subscribe to this channel! And actually, now I return to my castle after walking out Miley's bar in Asakusa. Yeah, so that's why I'm wearing for Halloween event, but I'm only myself. I was a Japanese idol and currently I'm working as an English tour guide in Tokyo. If you are interested in our tours, please check out the Smiley Walk website. We offer some kinds of tours in Tokyo. Also, we will do bus tour in next March. If you are interested in, you can check details about our long tours on our Instagram. Please check. Yay! We look forward to your participation. お待ちしております。I often hear tour participants say that they want to live in Japan in the future. So today, to help everyone who wants to live in Japan in the future, I asked foreigners who actually live in Japan about the difficulties they face. I hope this video will help you. So, are you ready? Let's get this started! So, hi Budi!
Hi, my name is Budi from Indonesia.
What's your job?
So my job is engineer.
Oh, he's doing engineer in
Yes.
Japan.
Yes.
How long do you stay in Japan?
So I've been staying in Japan like it's already 2 years.
2 years.
Yep.
But you went to Japanese language school first.
Yeah.
Right?
So my first year is like I have a Nihongo Gakko, a Japanese school for 1 year, and then after that, second year is I work as engineer.
Yeah, so when he was a student, he visited Miley's bar.
Oh yes.
Thank you very
the
much.
ninja one.
So that's why I know he's a student time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right now I'm salaryman. It's
And
different.
he graduated from
Yes.
school and now he got a job.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh,
Good.
yeah. Mother
Yeah. So can I ask you?
Yes.
Sorry, this is cheating paper.
No worries.
What are the difficulties you face living in Japan?
Maybe like when I first time came to Japan, there are a few difficulties. Like for example, rent the apartment.
Oh.
Yeah, it is difficult. But the good thing is I have someone that living in Japan who helped me introduce the agent for renting apartment.
Lucky.
That's really helpful. Maybe if not, then it will be more difficult. Staff like explain a little bit half Japanese and half English, and then like the explanation like it takes 3 hours to explain the whole thing about
Wow.
the rules
Really,
about
really
rent.
long.
Yes, rent apartment. It's kind of like studying and kind of like, oh my god, so tiring. Like explanation about the location, like typhoon, and then it can be like dangerous. And then like how to maintain, like you cannot, like there are so many rules, like you cannot like be noisy, and then you have how do you pay the bills, the gas, the bill, and then
So
oh
staff
my-
told him everything at once.
everything's so detailed. And the good thing is it's good for foreigners. So it's
You learned a lot at once.
I learned a
お疲れ様でした。
lot. お疲れ様です。That's the first challenging, the difficulties. So the second difficulties is to get the Japanese phone number.
Phone number.
Yes, maybe for international people, like they require like my number card, something like document, something like that. But at that time, I don't have my number card. And I go to the city hall to get my number card.
My number, yeah.
But they say that they require Japanese phone number.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
So how do I get my Japanese number
Yeah,
and how do I get
exactly.
my number card? Oh my god, so confused. And then after that, but luckily like from school I found like the information that doesn't require my number card. But you can get the Japanese phone number.
Oh, so you
Without-
can get your Japanese phone number from school?
Yeah, with
Service.
service. Yeah, without
From the
my
service.
number. Yeah, I got my Japanese phone number, and then I can apply
Yeah.
my number card. Oh my god! At that
Please
time.
share us that service.
Oh yeah, sure,
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
Put the link below. That's
That
the
must be
first.
so hard.
Yeah,
So
maintain.
after started job working,
Yes.
is there any problems?
Yeah.
Difficulties? Yes, you have.
The difficulties, yes, because I work in Japanese company.
Uh-huh.
And me, everyone is Japanese people.
Right.
Only myself is like the foreigner, Gaikokojin. The first problem maybe like still the language, the Japanese language, because the business level and the daily conversation is different.
Completely different.
Completely
yes.
different.
Yeah.
So when you're working, when you meet with the customer, you have to be you have to be polite. Just only-
Keigo.
yeah, keigo. Then not just only the language, but the culture itself. I need to adjust the Japanese working culture. Very small thing. When I come to the office, I need to say "Ohayo gozaimasu"
Yeah.
very loudly. So
Important point, loudly.
yes, so that everyone knows that you are already arrived to working. And then when you go home, you have to say "Otsukare-sama desu."
everyone.
Everyone know that you are gonna leaving.
Yeah.
That's the first very different from culture from my country.
So your country wa,
Yeah.
in the case of your country,
Yes.
you can left anytime without
yes.
saying.
Yes.
Oh.
And then I can come without saying, just come in and start working. That's it.
Okay, okay. じゃあもっとフレックスだ。
Yeah.
面白い。なんか、when I work at the office, I also said, when I left
yeah.
office, I say, お先に失礼いたします。お疲れ様でした。
Hi. So-
At the
so-
door.
Something like
And
that.
I left. Yeah.
At first, I kind of like feel like, like scary a bit because you need to say loud.
Yeah, loud, like a
Yeah.
teacher.
Yeah, and then my Japanese at the time, well, not
And
really
yeah, tell
good.
everyone.
I'm kind of
about that.
shy, to say. But yeah, at first, shy. But after that, I get used to. In the elevator, I need to push the button, let the senpai,
Elevator.
my senior,
Ah,
go
serious
inside
all.
first. And then after, I need to let my senior get out first, and then mine is the last.
The order is always really important.
Yeah, and also the same as when we do the nomikai, like
Yeah,
drink
yeah,
together.
Yeah.
Man, the seat, like somebody
そう。
have
そうそう、
ordered the
オーダ
seat.
ー、オーダー、オーダー。ね、シニアワーカー to ジュニアワーカー。
Yes. And
で、あれでシニアが一番奥。ジュニア is the nearest from the door.
yeah, so like
Because junior have to
Yeah.
serve everything.
serve. Yeah, we need also to serve the drink and then order something for
everything.
Yes.
So juniors have to do that.
Yeah, like for me it's kind of so many rules in the Japanese company. So yeah, that's all the difficulties that I need to adjust at first.
でも now you know everything.
Now I
so-
know, I get used to.
So
yeah.
you don't feel any more stress now, or you feel a little bit
Still have stress, but less
less?
about the
Okay.
work, about the communication.
Yeah.
Still learning though.
Me too. Even Japanese.
Oh,
I feel
really?
a lot of stress from that system, company system. So I left office and
Yeah.
I became a freelancer.
Wow, I
Yeah,
see.
yeah. Because
When
of
if
that
the-
reason,
Ah,
it was
the
very
rules.
stress for me.
It's very
Yeah.
strict. But yeah, it's
Alright.
interesting.
Okay,
So
thank
that's
you
it.
very much for sharing.
Yeah,
ありが
thank
と
you
うご
so
ざい
much.
まし
arigatou gozaimasu.
た。テリマカシ。
はい。sama-sama. Sama-sama.
Thank you very much for coming.
Of course, thanks for having me.
May I ask your name?
Yeah, my name is Graham.
Instagram.
Yes, same sound. It's maybe in Japan a little bit hard to pronounce.
Yeah,
but
for
katakana
me,
like
yeah.
グラム
グラムさん。
is okay.
はい、よろしくお願いし
よろしくお願いし
ま。
ますす。
So, how long do you live in Japan?
I'm on my 5th year, maybe like 4.5 years almost.
Oh, very
So
long.
a long time, yeah. I was ALT for a few years and then I swapped to international school.
English teacher. Okay. もっとインターナショナルスクールはハイヤーサラリーだ。
そう。
ALT
だから change,
な
yeah.
るほど。アップデートしましたね。
Mm.
So, what are the difficulties you face living in Japan?
I like a lot of things about living in Japan. It's so convenient, comfortable, the food is great, but difficulties? Even though I'm doing English teaching, working in Japan, ちょっと難しい compared to like Western countries. Maybe a little bit more strict or different working styles. I think Japan is like an amazing place to live. Working culture can be a little bit difficult.
So, especially which part was difficult? Difference?
When I was like ALT, it was at
Yeah?
public school, so I was the only foreigner.
Uh-huh.
So very like Japanese style. You need to be good at like reading the room
Yeah.
because conflict in like workspace, like no. So you have to be good at like reading social cues.
There must be stress.
I think it matches my personality a little bit, so it's
Oh.
pretty easy to adjust, I think.
すごい。
But for some people that are coming to Japan for the first time, maybe it can be like throw them off for a little bit.
ちょっとこうなっちゃうね。
Yeah, very like different way to like approach it. Because in America we're very like direct when we talk about things, but in Japan it's very like indirect.
So when I was a student, we also had LT teacher at school, and she always looked like lonely. なんか
確かに。
Always she was alone,
Alone.
一人
そうそう。
at school, and I felt really sorry about that. ちょっとこのフラッグ。And then I tried to talk with her, even I couldn't speak English well.
Boy, so I know I understand because especially most of the teachers at the school won't speak English, like they don't know any English, and some of the
やば。
yeah, so I think a lot of the English teachers, when they're ALTs, maybe they can feel lonely because a lot of the teachers don't understand English. So maybe they're a little bit nervous to try to speak English, even if they want to. So you usually just talk to the other Japanese English teachers, which I was able to make some friends actually, and I still talk to them, which is nice. But it can be a little distancing from the other coworkers and teachers. But all the students were めっちゃ優しい, like very kind, and
よかった。
they would like come by the teacher's room and like, give me presents and
You were popular, really popular maybe.
Mama.
So she wasn't popular because she couldn't speak Japanese.
yeah. I guess when
なんか
I
it's depend on
Yeah.
the teacher.
Yeah.
If teacher can speak Japanese language, they will be popular.
Yeah,
But
they
if
can get along
not,
with the students.
so なんか it's little difficult. 日本語うまいもんね。
いやいや、うまじない。俺は自分で日本語を勉強してます。
Before you come to Japan, you
全
study.
然わかんない。Like,
ゼロで
I
you came
zero.
to Japan?
So,
ゼロ
when I came to Japan,
language.
I knew maybe like こんにちは、ありがとう, but that's it.
So first time, how did you learn Japanese language?
I would study. I would have a lot of free time as an ALT, so
Yeah.
I would study like hiragana and katakana. Like
By
when I
yourself?
have free time at my desk, yeah, by myself.
Oh, so
Or-
you didn't go to school.
No, I never like studied or went to school or anything. So just talking to like locals and some self-studying. But
そうなんだ。
kanji 本当にわからない。
いいんじゃ
I
ん。
don't know like any kanji.
簡単なのはわかる
1年生漢字わかる。
little by little.
Yeah, yeah.
そうドキュメントとかは大変じゃなかった
Like visa?
そう、ビザとか
ちょっと大変。
大変だった
Like doing all the documents before you come to Japan, you have to submit like your diploma and a lot of documents,
Yeah.
and you have to go to like a Japan embassy in America somewhere. So ちょっと大変. It took me maybe half a year to kind of do the interview and like
Half a year?
yeah. I applied for the job in October and I moved to Japan maybe in the spring.
おー、
So
大
it
変
takes
だ
a
ね
little while to
yeah.
submit everything and finally get moved over.
そうなんだ
But once you do it, maybe the first time, because
Yeah.
I actually moved back to America and then I came back. So it was a little bit easier the second time.
OK わかりましたありがとうございます Thank you
ありがとうござ
very
いま
much
す
It's his second time to come to Miley's bar
Yeah,
So
second
please
time.
enjoy
Oh, I
drinking
will.
at Miley's
楽しかった
bar Yay!
Let's have fun.
ありがとう
ありがとうございます
Instagram 落ちた So thank you very much for coming to Miley's bar today Sorry I forgot my gloves now But is it okay? 忘れちゃった May I ask your name?
Sure, ベンジャミン・チュキミヤです。
ベンジャミンさん Where are you from?
I am from Bolivia.
Bolivia So how long do you stay in Japan?
1 year actually. I am studying Japanese. I started in April. So I already paid 1 year. So it depends after that if I get a job to continue studying or maybe I have to return to my country.
Okay, how's your Japanese study going?
But fine, actually fine. Yes.
楽しい
楽しい難しい楽しいも。
楽しい What the difficulties you face living in Japan?
Well, actually, it's a bit expensive. Many things here in Japan, and well, my first face to reality was about living places. Well, I rent a place when I was in Bolivia, but when I arrived here, it was really expensive. So I have to move to another place.
Japan is more expensive than your country.
No, a lot more expensive. But Bolivia is a development country. Let's say.
Yeah.
For example, and actually, Bolivia there are no trains. It's always by bus, the transportation.
No drinks? Alcohol?
Train. Dangers, not dangers.
A train?
Train.
No train?
There are no trains in Bolivia.
じゃあ
Only
Car?
bus. Only by bus.
buses and cars.
Yes. And it's, I live in La Paz city, and it's very small compared to Tokyo, La Paz.
City boy. You are city boy.
Hi.
So your difficulty was the price
Prices.
differences.
Right. And
So
actually-
finally you found your property.
Well, in Nerima, it's a
Nerima.
bit cheaper, but the distance is.
Compared to other cities, Nerima is cheaper.
I was living in Setagaya first. At Setagaya, and it was really expensive. But
Yeah,
close
yes.
to my-
That's why you moved to Nerima from Setagaya. Yeah, that's important information. Nerima is much cheaper. Are you having fun living in Japan?
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
Oh.
Many things, many
Especially
places.
in which part?
Well, I clean rooms, so I have to go many places, and I know in many train stations actually. Someone from another country is watching the video. Well, I would recommend to study Japanese in an entry level. It's easier to get a job when you have a certain Japanese language. That's what I faced at the beginning. I couldn't get a job because it was difficult. Every
because of the language.
interview, I messed up my interview.
So now you also working in Nerima?
Yeah, no, I clean rooms for now. I'm doing arubaito.
Clean room?
Cleaning rooms.
なんかめっちゃいい。なんかめっちゃいいよ。なんか家政婦マイリーめっちゃいいよ。
So your part-time job is clean rooms. So なんか you work in Japan at the same time you go to Japanese language school.
Yeah.
Alright. That's cool. Okay, please continue to put your effort in Japan.
I hope
Yeah.
so too.
ありがとう。Thank you.
あ
ありがとう。ポポポポ。行きましょう。はい。じゃあ行きます。Hey!
Hey Miley, how's it going?
こんにちは、マウリさん。
こんにちは
I'm good, and you?
Very well, thank you.
So, Maori from Australia.
Yes.
Which do you prefer, kangaroo or koala?
Oh, probably kangaroo.
Kangaroo
'Cause
person.
koalas are actually quite rare to see, but I see kangaroos all the time in Australia.
Oh, that's
so-
why.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm a koala person,
that's a good choice too.
but I
because
love kangaroo too.
koala mecha kawaii.
か
man.
わいい、かわいいです。So, how long do you stay in Japan?
So I came here in January this year, and I will be leaving in August next year. So about a year and a half.
Oh, year and a half. What do you do in Japan?
Mostly just holiday, to be honest, because of the visa I'm on. I just have a lot of fun.
羨ましい。I'm
楽しんでる。
jealous.
Yeah.
いいな。
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll look for some work soon, but at the moment it's not too important. So.
So, not working.
Yeah.
Learning Japanese.
Yeah, I'm learning
Language.
Japanese as well.
At
I'm
school?
trying to improve.
No.
Mostly by myself, actually.
At girls' bars. Oh, it's secret information.
Not go at normal bars, I think.
Normal bars.
Normal bars,
But sometimes he goes.
But
to...
also, I have some Japanese friends who I spend time
Yeah?
with, and I practice with them as well. That sort of
Oh,
thing too.
that's
so.
cool.
Yeah.
So he also sometimes comes to Miley's bar to
Yeah.
practice Japanese because my bar also has some locals,
Yeah.
Japanese locals, so we can talk. Of course, I speak Japanese.
Yeah.
So usually we talk in Japanese.
Yeah,
at
it's a
bar.
really good bar because I can use Japanese or English. I can
Yeah,
use
both.
Yeah.
So it works well. Yeah, can I ask you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What are the difficulties you face living in Japan?
Well, I'm really lucky in that I'm not working, so I don't have to deal with the hard work culture yet. However, I think some of the hardest difficulties that I run into is it can be hard to make friends because Japanese people can be quite shy.
Then you are professional friend maker.
I think I do better than other people, and I do have some Japanese friends. I feel very lucky, but it's not easy.
How did you make?
To be honest, it's a bit embarrassing, but
もう
like,
ちょっとこっち来て。
it's a bit embarrassing, but
うん、そうそうそう、はい。
it's a bit embarrassing, but actually dating apps can sometimes be a good way to make
you
friends.
use
Yeah,
dating
I've
apps?
used them before, yeah.
Oh.
I haven't been using them as much recently because they're annoying, but you can use them and they do help to make some friends. But also,
just a friend. So
yeah,
you
just
made
friends.
Just
Yeah,
friends.
I've made some
No,
just friends.
No
from-
girlfriend.
Yeah, not girlfriends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But also going to like festivals and going to bars and stuff too. And even just, I had some actual Japanese friends in Australia.
Okay.
And I met their friends in Japan too.
Oh,
So just having some connections
that's really
helps
cool
me out.
and
Yeah,
easier
yeah.
way
Yeah.
to make friends.
And then if I had to say there's any other problem in Japan, it would be going to like town hall or immigration office. Dealing with all the paperwork is really annoying.
Me too.
Like,
I don't like
めんどくさい。
that kind of thing. Yeah.
本当にめんどくさいね。
めんどくさいね。マイクも
Yeah, yeah.
大嫌い。
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 Yeah, but besides that, no, living in Japan's been mostly really good.
うん。じゃあ、not working people ね。
Yeah,
People
yeah.
who are not working.
It feels like I'm on
Japan.
like a long holiday.
うん。ホリデーだといいよね。
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
That must be fun.
I will always tell people holidaying in Japan is always great. Living in Japan's a bit different.
I think so too. How did you get the money, amount of money, 何
To live in
using-
Japan.
Yeah, so to live in Japan.
I had
for
a
1.5
job.
years.
Well, I had a job back in Australia and it paid me quite well. So I just had a lot of savings and then I came to
Okay.
Japan after that.
Oh, いい
Yeah,
ね。
so pretty
cool.
simple, I guess. Yeah, yeah.
But I think that's really cool way
Yeah,
to
yeah.
spend your time.
I think so. Yeah, yeah. I was a bit, concerned. I was worried about like my future and stuff, but all my friends and all my colleagues at work said it was a really good idea. So I decided I'd just come and do it, right? And I wanted to get better at Japanese too. And living here is the best way to get better. Definitely.
だそうです。
that's allです。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
いいね。ナイスアドバイス。こんばんは。I like that rice bowl restaurant.
Oh,
and
looks
then
nice.
they serve
Does
roast
he know
beef.
you well?
Roast pork. Yeah. I'm a regular customer.
Oh, nice.
of that restaurant. And first floor も curry rice
Oh,
restaurant.
Japanese curry.
Yeah, very delicious. 美味しい。Hello, thank you very much for coming. First of all, may I ask your name?
Sure. My name is Jay.
Jay-san.
Yeah.
What do you do in Japan?
I work at the game company.
Okay. How long do you live in Japan?
I have been living in Japan for 8 years now.
8 years.
Yes.
Really long.
Yeah, it's
So-
been long, yeah.
What are the difficulties you face living in Japan?
When I came to Japan, I came with zero Japanese, so I didn't know Japanese. So the first thing I would say is language barrier. If you want to live in Japan, then you have to learn Japanese, and that takes a long time because there are many kanjis. If you want to work in Japan, learning while working takes very long time, So-
Kanji, especially kanji.
especially kanji.
How about talking?
Talking is not that difficult to be able to talk, but also Japanese has a different level of politeness.
Yeah.
So business level has is
Keigo.
more- yeah, keigo.
Keigo language.
So, but then casual with your friend, and then you have to adjust your conversation
Yeah.
level based on your you're talking to. The second thing is like Japan is really complicated. For me, when I came to Japan, I had a high expectation because I said, "Oh, it's a very advanced country with a lot of like everything perfect," but there are a lot of paperwork, and like application system in Japan is very complicated.
I also don't like that.
Japan is really strange. In some point is you can see it's very advanced. In some point it's really in the past.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing your information. ありがとうございました。
Alright, sure.
Bye bye. Hello.
Hello,
May I ask your name?
こなつ
こなちゃん。
はい
May I ask your name?
ピカちゃんです。
ピカちゃん and
ひろしです。
ひろひろし。ご職業をお伺いしてもいいですか？
職業はセーホレディです。
質問があります。日本に暮らしていて大変だなって思うことはありますか？
やっぱり朝の通勤が、電車が混んでて大変っていうのと、あとエスカレーターの混雑はどうにかならないかなって思う。東京だと左は 止まって右はこう歩いていくみたいな感じで開けてるけど、言うて歩いていく人ってそんないないじゃん。だから本当はもう2列でわーって乗った方が早いから、それは日本人だから多分同調してそうなってるだけで。
2列で乗ってくださいって
そう
駅でも
あるある
よく呼びかけてるけど、やっぱり
そうなんだよね、
習慣をすぐ変えることができなくて、なかなか時間がかかるんだろうなと思うし、今でもこうやって2人で並んで立ってると結構嫌な目で見られたりとかするので、なかなか新しいルールもフォローしにくいよね。
セイホレディさん、ありがとうございました。じゃあ今日も頑張ってね。いってらっしゃい。
じゃあてっちゃん、いつもありがとうございます。Thank you always. He's a regular customer of Miley's bar. So he's a Japanese salaryman. I would like to ask you about the difficulties you face living in Japan.
仕事は大変ですよ。仕事は大変だから頑張ってるけども、でも日本はいいと思いますけどね。いい国だと思ってるけどね。
じゃあ楽しくいつも過ごしてる。
まあそうだね。楽しく過ごしてますね。
わあ、いいね。チャッピネス。じゃあ日本で一番楽しいところはどこですか？
それは周りのバーじゃない？
ありがとうございますありがとう、完璧
That's all for today. Did you enjoy this video? If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye bye. I'm very embarrassed condition. Good night. Bye bye. Have a sweet day.